I really like DreamWorks Animation, but I can't quite make up my mind about the Croods. There were things about this film that I really liked. There were things that I didn't dislike. I will say there was nothing about the film that I didn't like that I thought didn't work, but there were maybe aspects that didn't appeal to me personally. This has taken me 9 years to get around to seeing, which is pretty shocking for me for an animation because I love animated films, particularly, as I said, DreamWorks. Was it worth the wait? Kind of. This was, of course, released in 2013. It's directed by Kirk, DeMicco, and Chris Sanders. Really great voice cast, including Nicolas Cage, Ryan Reynolds, Emma Stone, Clark Duke, and this focuses on the Croods family. And they are a family of cave people, and they are the last surviving of their neighborhood. And every day they go out and try and get their food, and they have to make sure they get back safely. Their living environment is not necessarily that amazing, but one day they discover this amazing world that's full of vegetation and other animals and what looks like harmony to begin with, and it's brightly coloured and everything is beautiful. And they obviously go off and explore that. What will happen? Will there be dangers there, or will they just be able to live there in harmony? I'm not going to say what happens. Needless to say, when these cave people turn up, heads start to turn. And I kind of like how quickly we got to the point with this one. It didn't take too long for us to discover this other world. Certain films, well, similar to this, would take a lot of time setting up, but they didn't do that. They got to the point relatively quickly, and I was really pleased with that. Having said that, I did like the animation design of kind of the cave and the dusty plains. I got the sense of fight for survival, and it gave us a little bit of time to get to know the family members. This is mostly told through the perspective of Eep, voiced by Emma Stone. Not an unlikable character. She's not bad at all. I didn't dislike her. Never going to be one of my favourite protagonists, but she was absolutely fine. I didn't mind her at all. The family as a whole is pretty good. I also like Gran. Gran as a character is great. I love the animation design of the character. She's voiced by Cloris Leachman. I think she is fantastic. Obviously, when they discover this other world, it's quite a shift in tone and in theme. The animation style is quite different, and it's really beautiful. And I completely applaud it. It's a fantastic achievement, and it's a pleasure to watch visually. I think for me, I just wasn't that emotionally invested in the narrative. I wasn't that bothered about the family. Obviously, I wanted what's best for them, but I didn't ever, feel like if things went wrong for them, I was going to be emotionally wrecked, which can happen. There are films where we get emotionally involved with the characters. For me, that's a good sign of a good film and well written characters. But it's not necessarily the case that the characters are poorly written here. There wasn't anybody in particular I gelled with. I wasn't that bothered. I didn't find it overly funny. Occasionally there was something that would make me laugh, not out loud, but I didn't find it overly comedic. But I do appreciate the quality of the animation, the inventiveness of it. The narrative flows very well. The pacing, as I said, is really good. It doesn't take too long to get anywhere while still giving us enough time to get to know people and to understand the different characters and their personalities. As I said, there's nothing wrong with it. There was nothing about it that I did not like. Would I see the second film? Maybe eventually, but I'm not in a rush to see it. I think it's a very interesting film. You could probably do a lot of analysis of what life is like now and what life was like for cave people and family units and feuds and friendships, etc. It's interesting in some ways. I didn't dislike it, wouldn't rush to see it, but I'm happy to recommend it.